Hey, I'm Uncle Buck. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, I took a trip down to our local zoo, which happens to be also in the same town as my parents. So here at the Gladys Porter Zoo, took a picture of myself by the entry. First up, we got the gorillas. When you come in there, they're right there in the center. And today it was a lot cooler than normal. We had a cold front that came in, so it was only in the 70s, so it was a lot cooler. As you can see, you got a couple of young ones. The gorillas did have a few young ones. I believe I saw 3 in total. I believe these 2 are a year old, and the other one I saw I think was born within this year. A lot smaller than those 2. And there's that little guy coming out, wanting to explore. I'm also trying to get used to my gimbal. I bought a gimbal to make steadier shots. Oh, there comes the older one coming to pick on the little one. I bought a gimbal, give some steadier shots. I'm trying to get used to it. I think I still need to tweak the settings because it does, when I try to move to the side, and that does seem kind of jarring. So I want to see if I gotta mess with the settings to see about smoothing that out. These young ones are quite active. Adults not so much, but the young ones definitely were. Yeah, I caught this guy. He, which might actually be a female. I'm not exactly sure. Came down to the water line. I was kind of surprised. Never really seen any of them do that before. Alright. Decided to go for a little dip. I thought that was interesting. I'd never seen the gorilla come down to the water line and then get in the water before. Normally I don't even see him move a whole lot, actually. Over here, the zoo does have a couple bears. This is one that I did see. And over here, this is a new addition in the last couple of years for this zoo. There's a pair of otters there. Evidently, they're not morning otters because they're still sound asleep. Man, they are big. I didn't expect the otters to be that big. And I was walking underneath, heard a bunch of noise, and I happened to look up and saw the monkeys there. Suddenly, from their indoor enclosure to their outdoor enclosure, they got that little rampway, which is kind of neat. And then we got hippo here. And coming up, some tigers. This is the most active I've ever seen a tiger. Look at that tiger. Wow. That's a big tiger. Can you imagine if that was laying at the end of the bed? Being the whole tree for a scratching post? Definitely one big cat. And they got a nice selection of giraffes, and also over here is a feeding station where you can feed the giraffes. There is an additional fee for that. I don't exactly know how much it is, but yeah, you can go up and feed the giraffes if you like. Then we got a little sleepy lion. He's still asleep. And next up we got zebras. They got a few zebras here having their breakfast. There was more off in the distance back there. There was one laying down for some reason. Evidently he wasn't hungry. And we got some more hippos. They were having their breakfast. Now, another thing the zoo has is wonderful backgrounds. Look at that waterfall. Then we got some camels. Now I missed getting a picture of it, but the one on the right, evidently when he finished eating out of that bowl, he actually picked it up and flipped it. Guess that was kind of his way of saying, hey, I'm done. But yeah, I was quite surprised when I saw him flip it. And here we got a red lemur. Kind of elusive. I wasn't able to get too much good footage of him. And then some sleepy rhinos. Then we have a different type of lemurs here. I'm not exactly sure which type these are. And then also, which I didn't know until quite later, in the background there on the right, there's actually people in there. Some of the zoo staff were doing something in here. This enclosure is basically like it's an island surrounded by water. And I love these guys, kangaroos. They're not as active on this visit as they were in a previous visit of mine. Evidently, he must have did something wrong, and they put him in a timeout. Sitting there with his face against the wall. Definitely looks like he's on a timeout. There's a young one. I'm not exactly sure what age when they stopped calling them joeys, but I know baby kangaroos are called joeys. And then we got a crocodile. They got a few different crocodiles and some alligators in different areas. Some flamingos. And they got some big tortoises. Now, these tortoises were pretty active when I first walked up. They were all moving. And as soon as I started filming, they stopped moving. And we got their black spider monkeys. There are Mexican spider monkeys, which at first I didn't realize she's actually holding on to her baby. I mean, that's some more crocodiles. That one likes to sit there with his mouth open. Last time I visited, he was like that also. Well, thank you for joining me on this journey of the Gladys Porter Zoo. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a big favor. Click that like button. It helps out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you again next time.